And what's going on, everybody? This is your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Alongside me, I have Jamar84 and Tramel. This is half of the panel, child. And we are here for the Chasing Dallas panel. Okay, Carwin cannot be here with us tonight because he got some boss babe stuff to do. T is working tonight, and Jeremy had something came up for Jeremy right before we were supposed to start. So it's just us three. It's three the hard way here tonight. Okay, you know.
Mother Bob.
I'm crying.
So, as you guys know, that last week we did not do a panel last week. But we're here to do it this week. We're doing episode 8 and 9. We're gonna briefly touch on episode 8 first, and then we're gonna go deeper into episode 9, whatever allows us to go deeper. Because this particular episode wasn't really my favorite episode. Last week or this week weren't my favorite episodes. Like
that's what I was like. I knew it was gonna get cute until Houston. Now Houston,
I can see that.
Because I was about to say that's what I was with. Because that's when your girl came on the scene.
Who was that?
Houston was T.
Who came on the scene?
Him. He was there.
So you livened it up?
No, bitch. That's where that's line in the trailer that Sean was like in this little ass
section.
It's cute. It was chaos.
I can't wait for that. Oh, I can't wait. And that was a little ass section from the way it looks.
little sections.
Yeah, I didn't want to say this in the video. Oh, never mind. I forgot we're already recording.
Well, never mind.
Never mind. I'm gonna keep that pizza behind the camera.
Yeah, we're gonna wait till we get off. But anyway, so we're gonna start off with episode 8, okay? And it started off with Robert and his blonde head friend Tony, and they were talking about the whole thing with Dior, and you know, Robert feels like Trey is being fake. First of all, Tony was giving me a good Cisco from Drew Hill. Give me a little bit of Unleash the Dragon with that blonde.
I was like, who is this man? I couldn't even tell that was the same man that he had brought to the color party.
Was his hair blonde then?
No, it was black. I would have remembered that.
Oh, okay.
I would remember that. I was like, damn. It was like, he was kind of fine, no shade.
He was fine, not kind of fine. You know, normally I would go and try to find, you know, people's profile and then get to going on a liking spree and start liking all their pictures to get their attention before I slide in their DMs. But I didn't do that this time.
So that's your
is that the rule though? Like you're supposed to like find them. Then you get to liking a few pictures, and as soon as they like one of yours back, then you slide in the DMs. Is that how it works?
I mean, I didn't say that.
But that's what you did.
So do you follow initially or do you wait?
Huh?
Do you follow initially or do you wait?
I follow, and maybe a few days later, I start going on a liking spree and start liking photos and stuff.
A few days?
I'll wait a few days to do that.
Oh, okay.
Bitch, what you got to say?
It doesn't sound like you don't sound hungry enough for the situation.
Well, I don't want to come across thirsty.
Girl, what are you supposed to come across as? It's giving thirsty if you even go hunt for them at all.
Well, I don't give a fuck.
Right away. They ain't got to know it right away.
They don't. See, okay, listen. I've been out of the dating realm for quite some time. And I just don't see myself doing that. If I want you, I'm gonna let you know. And if you don't want me back, I need to know immediately so I can move on to the next one. Cause I ain't got time to be wasting days trying to figure out if you want to or not. You know what I'm saying?
So Tramel is very much like how New York was, and just said, "I want my name dropped.
I want my eggs cracked. Meaning I want a child.
I want to be married."
Well, at least I at least let them know and I say something and I don't go into the whole anonymous game and say, oh, I want to suck your hoe. That's all I got last night. Oh, I want to suck your hoe.
That's you.
Somebody said that to me last night. Somebody said, I want to suck your hoe. So I responded with, I'm sure. Then somebody came back and said, I love your smile and I want to suck your hoe too. I was like, what the fuck?
Not you taking reservations for the eat out back.
She has a queue. People in line, honey. Prepared, yes.
Yeah, you better queue people in line for that buffet. Girl, all you can eat out back.
See, this is the type of stuff we talk about on camera. But anyway, because I know this was last week episode, so our memories may be a little bit fuzzy on some things. But
I watched it today.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on Robert's issue with the Dior thing and Trey? Do you think it's 20 on 10?
I just don't. I mean, I understand it. I mean, I guess. I mean, you fighting for your friend's ex relationship or respect or something like that. I guess I get it. But at the end of the day, like, grown people gonna be grown people, and I honestly want to know why they broke up at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they broke up for a reason of like cheating, or if they broke up for a reason of something else, that is just like, it probably gives, even if Kesey was messing with that young man, it probably gives him like good cause to be like, well, I can fuck with whoever I want to. I mean, you was when we was together. I'm not saying that there was infidelity or anything like that, but like, why did they break up? Like, if we're in it, why did they break up?
That's what I want to know.
Because we didn't even really need to know that they was going together, honestly, truthfully. It was not necessary. I mean, I just feel like they putting out, business of, that was my ex. It's like, Kesey, like, we, like, this is my platform. What is you doing over here talking about you being my ex? Why is you over here? That's just it.
Robert,
because I'd be mad if I was on a platform trying to get my business out there, trying to get my music off the ground, and then one of my exes come back, you can't talk to nobody. What?
That's something you gotta be prepared for on these platforms, child.
That's why I would never join them.
You gotta be ready for anything. This is reality.
I mean, I know that happens, and it's good for TV because I enjoy watching it. It just does not seem to serve a grander purpose in the greater scheme of life of who this young man who you do not date anymore it decides to mess with. It should not be in retrospect, in actuality, it should not be anybody's business who ever Kesey, or even if that young man started messing with somebody else, it's nobody's business no more. Like, that's not your man no more. Not your man no more. He just does not belong to you.
It's like it was part of the code, and I don't necessarily agree with that part, especially with Robert's thing with Dior. Now, the thing about his issue with Trey and Trey being fake and messy and all this other stuff, I said, you know what? I mean, you might have a point because Trey is being messy, but however, Robert, I did reflect it back on you because when you was finding out that Dior was dating Kesey, you brought your friend to the color party trying to be messy. That shit was messy. Okay, so
it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Definitely.
That was messy, friend.
I forgot all about that. It's like, and then he was like, was he like hoping that his friend was gonna fight Dior or something like that? I'm like,
and your friend said he was in a whole other relationship. What was that?
Now you gonna fight somebody who you gonna fight over some nachos? That's not your dude no more. That's nachos. Nachos. Oh, let's just move on, baby. He must be really in love with that man. He want him back. We're just gonna say that. He want that old thing back.
I would too.
Fight for your love.
Imagine his
pray God, go get your man back. whatever your name is, young man, Tony. Tony, go get your man back. I take it back. Go get your man back. If you want your man back and you've been trying to get him back actively, I respect it.
Oh,
Next.
man. You'll definitely have to watch this after show.
Listen, okay, so we know that Kesey also had a photo shoot, which I had no problem with what I saw.
Child.
They're gonna make sure we see Kesey little body.
Girl,
Every chance we
chocolate
get.
gods have smiled on us.
Hallelujah.
Go off,
Lord.
young man. You better serve it up. He said, look, I have cakes aplenty.
I was sitting in my bed looking at that like, oh, God has blessed me.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Definitely been blessed. Definitely.
Oh, Lord.
So that's all we can say about that. Trey had a party about his season premiere of his show, and he only invited a set few people. I think he only invited Jeff, Sean, and Tedley, and
Yes.
Dior.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Called themselves the top tier girls, is what he called them. I forgot what they were talking about.
How they started talking about what was they talking about?
Were they talking about Lundy?
Oh, Lundy. You know what? I be forgetting about that man. That poor baby. He just be looking so out of place. He just don't look like he just don't fit. It's like he over there and the rest of the cast is over here. And every time he pop up, I'm like, I forgot you was part of this situation. Then when he come, he always be so confused. He just be like, I mean, I don't do this and I don't do that. I'm like, well, what do you do?
I was just about to say that.
But, I really don't get down with people like that. And I just really don't understand. I'm like, I'm trying to figure out why you here, baby. Why you here? What's going on?
Because it's like, because he been on here since the first or second episode, and we just now beginning to see his story. I guess it's a story.
And I saw in the little comments that these people be going off about this him and Tedley story and how they is not a couple and how they might be a couple and how this storyline is.
Jeff making that? Who said the thing about them being a couple first? Was that Jeff?
I believe it was.
Oh yeah, but he said that Jeff actually slid in them DMs,
which we will talk about in a minute. Then I think this was a winery scene with Sean, Lundy, and Trey. They had a conversation in the rain, like he said, I want to go outside in the rain. They had a conversation about their issue. And I forgot what the fuck their issue actually was.
It was some extra that he was hanging out with that Trey didn't like, and it just sounded. And then the extra was apparently in the comments too, and he was upset about the fact that Trey was just not realizing that he was that girl. And I'm like, who are you? He said he just can't take that I'm that bitch. I'm like, girl, which bitch are you? I just never. Like they keep referencing him in this episode from like season 3, and I'm just like, sir, you were just like a one-liner, and it's kind of like I don't quite understand it. Didn't understand it. Didn't understand the beef. Didn't understand the conversation. It just seemed like they was wasting poor Sean's time when he could have been drinking some wine.
Yeah, it was the edit for me. It was the music change, and that shit is so funny. It'd be killing me.
And then they had a good time at that winery place.
They did.
Yeah.
And the last thing with this particular episode was Robert's toy thing.
Loved it.
That was great. It was cute.
It was so nice. It was so nice. It was so nice to see them coming together and doing something really nice. I think it really touched my heart when he talked about that one particular family that he gave to in the previous year that he said was coming through to bless a new family because she was doing better in her life this time around. So I was like, that is so sweet. It was really nice.
Okay.
They need to see more stuff of that like that.
Now, would you have wanted Jet Jeff to do for you like he did for Robert and brought his adult toy?
Huh?
You remember when he brought there was a guy at Jet Jeff's photo or video shoot that Robert was kind of like talking to a little bit. And so Jet Jeff invited him to the toy drive as his special adult toy. I was like, I don't know if I would want everybody to just know my business like that. Like, you just gonna bring.
Oh, that's just because you was a Scorpio. You freaky on the inside, though. You really would have loved it.
Wow.
You're welcome.
That's crazy.
Oh,
Just spill all my tea to the live.
That you're a Scorpio and you freaky?
I'm glad something about him is being exposed.
Christian.
Oh,
I love the Lord.
just on Sundays. Well, it's Thursday, baby. So you can be as freaky as you want to on Thursdays.
Girl, fuck you.
And going into Friday, they call it Freaky Friday for a reason.
Well, all right. So now we know that Jamar's not as innocent as he portrays himself to be. So we go on to what?
Don't believe Tramell and her lies.
So everybody lying on you.
Every single one of you motherfuckers.
Oh, I'm gonna remember that.
Remember what?
I remember you just said that. Next time I'm gonna hook you up with a ninja. I'm like, he ain't no freak, so you don't want none. He a good girl.
I'm a Christian.
You don't want
Bitch,
no
please.
We want freaks out here, baby. We want the freaks out here. I was telling somebody the other day.
Oh my God.
I said, I just want to have a cute body. I want a freaky ass man, and I just want to make some money. That's it.
Child.
I take it back. I said I want a nice body. I want a freaky ass man who loves the shit out of me, and I want some money.
Well, at least you know what you want, because I don't know what I want right about
you want
now.
a freaky ass man.
Okay.
Everybody wants a freaky ass man. I don't understand why y'all be pretending like y'all don't want no freaky ass man. Don't you want you a man that'll bust up in the house like?
I don't pretend.
I'm like,
I don't pretend. It's this bitch right here that want to pretend. I don't pretend.
Like you don't want no freaky ass man.
Now, see, I ain't never say that.
But
now,
you but
if we talking about this, that's a bit extreme. Because sometimes I could be sitting there on my video game. You can't be busting in here fucking my shit. Well,
yeah, you can always bust up in there and take that video game right up out your hand and put something else in there. So fell off my damn chair.
Now that's the type of time I'm on. Anyway, episode 9.
Period.
Oh, God, episode 9. So we opened up episode 9 with Jet. He's on the date.
Yep.
And I definitely saw Tramell in the comments saying, baby, that is a bit too much you sharing on the first date.
Talking about getting his, domestic violence and stuff from a past relationship. The man was looking like, okay, and then I feel like he was like, yeah, me too. I was in a violent relationship too. I just don't feel like that was the appropriate time to be sharing that on your first date, because it's like,
So I had a work meeting right as this episode started, like the first 15 minutes. So I didn't get to see what they were saying. Like, what was he actually saying? Because the comments was eating her up.
They were eating her up.
What was Jet. I didn't hear what it was that he was saying to the guy, because
he was saying that he had been in an abusive relationship. He'd been single for 6 years, baby. That he just done. He He said he just don't trust people. He don't have traumas in his life. He don't been traumatized, and and the man was just looking like,
Yeah, you dumped a lot on me just now.
and then he was just like, I mean, I understand because I was in an abusive relationship too. I just feel like he was just saying that to make it like seem like. I'm not saying he would. I mean, I don't know if it was the same type of abuse, because there are different types. There's like verbal abuse, then there's physical abuse. I feel like Jeff was talking about physical, and I feel like this man was just talking about like emotional, because he was kind of like a little. So I'm pretty sure. I don't know if he was the one beating up. Never mind. Let me shut up.
So let me ask you this:
Mm-hmm.
when is it appropriate to share certain things about your past?
4 months in.
Oh,
Whenever you comfortable to do so, because I may
4
even
months.
see it, I could be like, you know what? Never mind. I don't trust you no more.
4 months. If you make it past 3, then you somebody.
I don't know if I want to tell you like my deepest, darkest trauma and secrets though.
That's what you got to do at 4 months. You can hold all that in until after 3. You got to be ready to open on up.
Child, that's people be weaponizing your shit too much. I need more time to show if I can trust you.
Girl, ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh well.
I actually honestly be thinking like, I feel like when people say that, not necessarily you sweetheart, so don't get in your feels. But I feel like when people say that, there's just like, I feel like it's childish, honestly. I'm like, girl, listen, if you're in your good old 30s, you really ain't got time to be sitting around here playing around with somebody who you ain't gonna be around for a little while. You know what I'm saying? So let them know who you is, let them know what they getting, so they can get they shit, get the hell, or they gonna stay. And if you don't like their responses to things, if they start changing up, let them go, child.
We could talk about dreams, aspirations. We could talk about
that's what teenagers talk about too.
All of that stuff. We could talk about jobs or past relationship, but I ain't got to tell you that I was like abandoned and physically abused us. I can say I had a rocky relationship.
You should though, because that'll give somebody the opportunity to see your ways.
I mean, 4 months is a decent time. I mean, I'm lucky that I have a man around in 4 months. So I mean,
that's what I'm saying. If he's sticking around, he around for something. He gonna have to know something else about you.
I mean, because at some point they're gonna ask you about your past. Like
2 years in, y'all done did some things. Y'all don't spend some time together. Then you start telling, I was abandoned at birth, and he be like. Is that why you be acting like you don't care about me sometimes?
Oh God! Because at some point you gonna have them conversations because they gonna want to know what happened in the past. Like what was your last relationship like? Why have you been single for so long? And I personally hate those conversations because I don't want to go through that bullshit.
Do it whenever you feel comfortable.
Because when somebody asks me, so well, how was your last relationship? So I have to make sure I have to make sure it's the right last relationship because the last one was Brandon, so I can't say anything bad about him. So I have to flip it past him and be like, so the one before that one was a broke bum. He didn't have no money. I was paying his motherfucking bills and helping him out while I had my own problems and shit like that. And he was a cheater and all that other stuff. That's what happened. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, we should go around the room.
I knew it.
We should go around the room and say, why did your last situation end and what did you contribute to the situation in a negative way?
This is not relationship therapy.
This is not boys' night out, honey.
So what was the next thing?
That would be
what did I contribute? No, it's what he did wrong. No joking.
I never did nothing wrong.
Me neither.
And you're single, right?
What does that mean?
Okay.
Because I'm single, that means I did something wrong.
I mean, you ain't saying you did something right.
I left them. That's what happened.
Okay, look. Sometimes.
So what happened to the next one? Because that wasn't the last one.
We're not. We made the decision to not be
Okay, so
together
what's the next scene?
because of the fact that he wanted kids and I did not. So
Oh,
that
I
is
didn't
the
say tell your
thing.
business now.
I said it on. We said it on here before. It ain't nothing new.
Boy, let's get to this next scene, G.
Well, baby, you asked, and I
This ain't chasing
Y'all live in
Scotty. This is chasing Dallas.
well, baby, you asked, so I answered the question. See, you can't see. Let me tell you something. You can't ask me nothing. Think I'm not gonna answer it truthfully. Now I'm gonna answer the question, and you should know this by now, Tramiel. But anyway, George and Dior. Do we care about this scene?
Not particularly. They just said that they was going to Houston. Yay, good to see George. He said he got a problem with Tedley.
Still.
Mm-hmm. He came up with the name. What did he call him?
Girl, he said Sleepy Ted.
Sleepy Ted.
George is one shady MF.
He is one low down dirty monkey with a wig on.
Yes, he is. I swear he is. He is too funny without trying to be.
Okay,
oh my God. So it's Jet. That's that scene with them at the fair or whatever they was at.
It was far as hell.
Yeah, they started talking about the Houston trip and Sean talking about his blog launch. And then they start, talking about the fact that, Jet slid up in Lon's DMs a long time ago. I think Lon was the one who mentioned the fact that Jet was in his DMs years prior.
Yeah, definitely Trey brought it up.
He definitely brought it up, okay. But what's the big deal? Oh. What's the big deal about? Jet was in his DMs like 4-5 years ago. So what?
That's what I'm like, baby. If it's over 6 months, it don't matter. It don't even matter no more.
Do you know what be eating me up about that type of stuff though? It's just like you so quick to say that this man was in your DMs and you just like you paid him or something like that. But like as soon as he come back around, it's all of a sudden hot news and topics and stuff like that. It's like, why are you bringing this up? You kind of pretty much like dubbed me in the past. So now that we're on the same situation, that's really null and void.
I think they like to use that whole "you was in my DMs" thing as a way to flex, and it really ain't no damn flex, to be honest. They just want to use it.
I could have sent you them flames just because I was just feeling it that day.
Or it's just like
I do it all the time.
Attractive. That's not a bad thing.
Child, listen. I had to go through some of my old DMs one time. I was like, ooh, Tramiel. Hey, but
was you on there being a harlot?
How I wasn't even being a harlot. I was begging for some attention, child.
You ain't text me back. It's been 5 whole minutes.
Not even that now. It was just a lot of non-responding to a thread.
What's up?
One side. Hey, what's going on? Where you at?
We've all done it. I've been looking through Facebook Messenger and be looking at the stuff I was saying as like 18-year-old. Trash. So embarrassed.
Oh, I just saw something. I cannot say it while we're on here. Anyway, I'm gonna wait till we get done. I almost said it. Anyway,
put it in the private chat, bitch.
but anyway, like I said, I don't use that whole thing of I don't use that whole situation of somebody being in my DMs as a flex. I don't give a fuck because I've been in folks' DMs too.
What else you supposed to do?
And sometimes I've sent like hearts and shit if they look nice. It don't really mean shit. Like if you handsome, you just handsome. If you fine, you just fine. And I'm just gonna tell you that. Like I know I've sent fire to folks' DMs and shit.
Name them.
Shut up, Trebell.
I'm not naming them while we on here. I know that.
But I see what the DMs were now at this point. Because baby, if you say, somebody was all up in my DMs and all they did was like your stuff or share or repost or something you put in your story,
then it ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing.
Well, I don't know. The way he made it sound and the way Jet made it sound too, was something else in there.
But I mean, Jet make it.
So what's up, Poppy? What's up?
2 years.
I mean, he definitely come across like he liked like he liked Lundy. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he was in the DMs. I mean,
But it was 2 years
shut up,
ago.
Scotty, because I
It was
probably
two
would have been in
years
his
ago.
DMs too.
When I tell you Lundy give me soft stud,
Not soft stud.
give me
Now he's not even a man, but a stud.
A
yeah,
stud, honey.
he like soft
He's a woman.
stud.
He's a woman.
I
Huh?
am. You still calling that man a woman, child?
Who called that man a woman?
You say he gives. You
Yeah.
say he gives slick, soft stud, child.
He just give me like a soft like he's supposed to be like he look like a but when he started talking he's like hi.
He was like a what? Nigga?
He is like hi, how are you? Taking the kids to the gym.
Oh my god! I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. Okay. What's next? What's next? Dior's 39th birthday party. I mean, nice party. You
I
don't
fell
look.
asleep like right before that, so I don't really.
I mean, it
I
was pretty
skimmed
much
through it and
him.
I saw that he had a great party. He
He
looked
did
very
have a good
nice.
party. He did.
I
It was
like
pretty much him just thanking everybody and stuff. It wasn't really that much.
Shout out to Kennedy. We love Kennedy from Drag Race. Shout out to her. It looked really nice though. It looked like it was expensive, like it cost a few dollars.
Yes, it did. Then there's the scene with Sean and his friend from
Who?
Seattle.
Didn't watch it.
I mean, it was just Sean catching up, his friend from back home on all the tea about
All the stuff that was going on. Yeah.
I think they talked about the diss song, and the friend just being like, "Woo!" Oh,
That's what we didn't talk about on that damn Ferris wheel. DeAndre out here making people think that he can rap and he finna make a diss song about Sean.
Oh, I didn't remember that part.
Uh-huh.
It just shows
It's so unfortunate that he's not doing green screens. It's just very unfortunate.
And it just seems like the because he's not doing a lot of green screens, it's like a lot of him has been cut out now.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Because he's not there to really give his perspective. Like, so it's really no need to really have him on so many scenes because he ain't doing no green screen. So, he pretty much
he probably just stopped coming.
I mean, but then again, he in Houston, so I mean, he filmed enough.
Yeah, well, look.
So he getting it. So he's he's getting the Shamia edit. That's what he getting. And I like Shamia, by the way. So, but yeah, Kiki hosts this event.
I be missing Kiki.
You do?
I do. What's be going on with her? I know she said in one of them episodes that she was just like she was out of town getting booked and busy, but she just ain't been around. And everybody's I've been forgetting about her. And I really like her.
She was gone for a good period of time, so from what I heard.
Yeah, but when she comes into the scenes, though, it's great when she comes into the scenes because she brings a little bit of something else to the scene. Like it ain't always about drama and shit,
Right.
So I can appreciate that. Ooh. Anyway, she's hosting the event. Trey and Kiki discussed the Houston trip, and Kiki is kind of like, okay, are we sure we can do this with all these different personalities? And Trey said, nope, but we're gonna have a good trip, whatever. Meaning we're gonna have a good messy ass trip for entertainment purposes.
Entertainment purposes only.
Trey says that the family has grown apart, which we see that. I think Trey confronted Astro about the whole diss record stuff. I don't even remember that whole thing. It wasn't really that much for them to talk about. They just had, I guess they had a misunderstanding and they got past it. And then the whole situation about Jet inboxing Lundy. I don't know. Still don't know why that's a thing. Who gives a damn about him inboxing Lundy? Like, who cares?
2 years ago.
I mean, and then King Kane returns, which was hilarious to me.
Kane, it just knows what he's doing. Kane,
yes, he knows.
He just knows what to do.
I did not know he was going to do the after show today because I really was going to ask him to do the panel today.
I didn't know until it was like right before the episode came out.
So he cannot.
I sure was gonna ask him, but when I seen him up there on the after show, I'm like, God damn, I ask him next week or something. But it was him and Trey reconciling was a good thing. The last time we seen them together, they was calling each other the Bugs Life and shit. I think that's what Kane said about Trey.
Hashtag Bugs Life.
Look, I'm catching up on Dallas season 2 right now because I never finished the season.
Listen, Kane, they was after Kane their second season. They was going in on Kane. It's like I don't know what their problems was with Kane, but they was at him that whole season. But when Kane called Georgina to his face.
Georgina.
And Premier and Markel was in the back like cackling when he called her Georgina.
Because that name still carries to this day.
It does. It's so funny.
In the comments, they was like, Georgina.
And then he started talking about
that.
I know he do. Then they start talking about Kane and Dior's issues, which I didn't know that they were still having any issues.
I didn't know they had any to begin with, and said it's on Bigo, right?
Yeah, it's on Bigo, but I don't do. I don't do Bigo. It's ghetto.
I don't want to be ghetto.
Child. But that was pretty much it. I mean, like I said, this episode and last week's episode was pretty mid, but on every reality show you have some mid episodes before you get to the climax. So, and I think this Houston trip is the climax. So, anybody got any final words before we end this?
I am just really glad that even though they did have a large situation like the fight or whatever, they didn't drag it out this over the last few episodes. So they are trying to, keep it moving, keep things fresh. And I do appreciate it, even though these episodes weren't like eye grabbing, but they were good. They were setting up a lot of relationships and stuff like that. So I think it's needed and I'm proud. I enjoyed it.
Jamar?
I love the season. I think they really had like 4 or 5 continuous like bam in your face ass episodes.
They did.
So it was like, look, we needed to calm down. We did a lot just now. We did a whole lot. So I think there's good hills and valleys. These last couple ones have been like story building and a lot about the characters in the cast. So now that y'all learn more about us, y'all connected with us, y'all seen some more personal scenes. Now we're about to kill each other again.
Basically. And I can't wait to see it. And I particularly agree with the both of you guys on what you guys stated. However, this is pretty much the end of the Chasing Dallas panel. I think everybody will be back next week, just about.
Let me make it away because I want to talk about Houston. Houston was a key.
Yeah, so I can't wait to talk about that. So we'll be back next Thursday, and because everything will be back to normal. Boss Babe will be fucking over. I'm ready to get that over with. I ain't lying. I'm ready to get it over
with my things and go.
Get over with. So it's going to be amazing. If Tremel wins, I'm going to be standing up out of my seat, clapping like I was last year.
Child, I'm not winning.
Boy, bye. You said that last year.
You said that. I'm up against steep competition this year.
Well, if you win, you got to be like TLC, because since this is the Boss Babe week, I've been looking at old Grammy speeches and VMA award speeches.
What did they say at the Grammy? They said we're broke.
They did say that. However, when we no. When they went up there for the VMAs, they was up against like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears. They didn't think they was gonna win. So when they did win, they went up there and it was like, this was totally unexpected because there's way too much competition out here. So if you get your award, you're gonna be like, this was completely unexpected. There's way too much competition out here.
Is that what you're gonna say?
No, I'm gonna go up there and be on my Megan Thee Stallion. I'm gonna be like,
You gotta do the clap, bitch. You gotta do
He's
the...
like, I probably told myself I wasn't gonna cry, but
I don't want to cry. Don't go up there.
I'm gonna do the Doja Cat. I'm gonna go up there. I'm like, I joke about a lot of shit, but this is a big deal.
Oh my God.
Iconic black women.
Actually, I'm gonna do the Beyonce.
Oh my God.
Thank you to my husband I love.
My daughter.
Child. Thank you
Oh.
to my children at home. Mama loves you.
Right. Okay.
My babies.
I'm gonna get up there and be like Whitney. I want to thank Joshua.
He said,
You better lay low.
You better lay low. It's mine.
Oh my God. But
black.
okay, but I listen, cause I ain't write shit down. I'm going up there. If I win anything, I'm going up there and I'm gonna say whatever it is on the top of my head. I'm gonna try not to go up there and cuss and be ghetto, cause Jamar told me not to. So
He's like, thank the fuck out of y'all.
I'm just gonna go up there and be like Megan again and be like, just the other day I heard a hoe say. Matter of fact, what could a hoe say?
I'm the shit per the Boss Babe Academy.
I mean, like that's a cute thing because they don't got Black China.
Oh, right.
They don't got Zora.
I tell you, I'm gonna be chasing her down for a picture.
Who?
Me?
Black China.
Yeah.
You're gonna be the only one. So I'm gonna see how they're gonna work that out.
I want to know because
I'm gonna be like, girl, hey.
Because I ain't gonna lie, last year when we was there and some of them folks were there, I acted like they didn't even exist. Like Diamond walked past my table our table so many times I did not give a damn about her walking past that table.
You ain't want to sit in the star pitch?
I walked past Sydney Star so many times. However, we're up out of here and we will see you guys next Thursday for a brand spanking new Chase the Dallas panel. And we're out of here. Till the next time. Bye, y'all.